Hey, shalom, shalom. Once again, we are the ISUPK under Command Jan still at 1 West Line 25th Street. I'm priest and captain of Warrior from the DC Baltimore schools. DMV area. Tonight we got a class for you tonight, man. We're basically gonna talk about the word holy, right? You know, I realize nowadays when talking to somebody on any topic, I ask them to define certain words. Why? Because based on your definition of the word, we could be having two different conversations. You understand what I mean? We could be having two totally different conversations. So I make it a habit to ask the person to define the word. Before we have a heated debate, and we're not even talking about the same subject. And one of the most misunderstood words in the Bible or on earth in history, there's many misunderstood words. One of the misunderstood words is the word holy. That word is a misunderstood word. You understand what I mean? Because people think they understand what it is, but they don't. They don't understand what the word holy means. So we're going to get a brief description of what holy is. I'm going to do something a little bit different, right? I'm going to have AI, AI define this word for me, right? And we're going to listen in and see what it says. All right? Y'all ready? Here we go. What does the word holy mean?
In a lot of contexts, holy means something that is set apart, special, or dedicated for a purpose beyond the everyday. Often it's about being devoted to something divine or sacred, and being distinct from what's considered common or ordinary.
You said keywords like set apart or special or dedicated, correct?
Exactly. It's all about something being distinct from the everyday or ordinary, often with a sense of reverence or purpose behind it.
That's good to know. Let me ask you this question now. Or can I sum up holiness like this? Let's say I bought a pizza pie, right? The pizza has many slices. And I said, this pizza is for everybody. But before I give it out to everybody, I take out my slice of pizza. Is that slice of pizza holy to me?
You've got it. That slice you set apart for yourself, different from the rest, would be your holy slice. It's not about the pizza itself, but that you dedicated it for a special purpose, just for you.
Okay. So now when everybody else gets their slice of pizza, that pizza is not, their slices are not holy to me, right? Only my slice of pizza is holy to me.
Exactly. Those other slices are just ordinary pizza for everyone. Only the one you set apart is special or holy to you.
Thank you. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get what the word holy means? Now, let me show you. Let me show you what Christianity has taught us holy is. Let me show you what Christianity has taught us what holy is. All right, watch this. Watch this. To a Christian, this is what holy is. Let me see if I can share this screen here. Hold on. Let me see if I can share the screen. this is what holy is to a Christian here. All right. This is holy to a Christian. Cute. I mean, innocent. That's what the word holy means to a Christian. You understand what I mean? Hold on. Let me make sure y'all seen it. Hold on. Yeah. This is what holy is to a Christian. But this is not what holy means according to the definition of holy. So now you could be having a conversation with somebody and they'll be telling you about God is holy and, the Bible's holy. But what makes it holy? And here's another thing. If that's the definition of holy, do you understand that a lot of religions, well, most religions or all religions are in trouble? How? Because by definition, they can't be holy if they're for everybody. Let's find out. Let's ask the chat this, or chat GPT this. All right, so by definition of what holy is, can something be holy if it's for everybody?
Not really, at least not in the usual sense. If something is for everybody, then it's not really set apart or distinct. Holiness usually comes from that idea of being dedicated or separated out for a special purpose. So it's that act of setting it apart that makes it holy.
Okay, let me ask you this question. When Jesus Christ said, I am only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, I am only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, was that holy behavior?
In that context, yes, you could say it was. He was focusing on a specific, set-apart mission for a particular group, the lost sheep of Israel, at that moment. That kind of dedicated purpose aligns with the idea of something being holy because it's not just random or for everyone. It's set apart for a purpose.
So let me ask you this question.
Absolutely.
Hold on, listen. If Christ was sent to everybody, would he be holy?
In that case, the sense of being holy wouldn't come from being set apart from everyone, but from the purpose or dedication to something divine. Holiness can also be about the
listen to my question. Listen to my question. If Christ was sent to the world, would his mission be holy?
Yes, it would.
How?
Holiness isn't only about limitation, it's about purpose.
Hold on. Start over. Define holy.
Holiness means being set apart or dedicated for a special sacred purpose, distinct from the ordinary because it's devoted to something meaningful, often divine.
Okay. So when Christ went only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, was that holy behavior?
Yes, it was. By focusing on a specific set-apart group, that action embodied a dedicated and purposeful mission, reflecting the very idea of being set apart, which is at the heart of holiness.
Okay. Now, if he did the opposite and he went to everybody, how could that still be holy if he's going to everybody versus a particular people?
It would still be holy if the purpose was divinely guided and dedicated to something sacred.
No, by definition, the word holy means separate, right?
Yes, exactly. The core of holiness is being set apart, distinct, or separated for a special purpose or dedication.
Let me tell you something. It has to say what it's saying. Why? Because it doesn't want to be. It wants to be politically correct. But the word holy means separate. Again, if I like it agreed, let's see it again. Watch this. So one more time. If I had a pizza pie cut up in slices and I bought it for the whole office, my slice that I take out for me is the holy one to me, right?
Yes, you've got it. That slice you set apart just for you, that's the one that's holy to you because you've separated it for your own purpose.
And let me know, Shalom. What's going on, Ragash? What's going on, Princess Izarma? Let me know if y'all can hear the AI too. You know what I mean? But that's the point of being holy. Holy means separate, right? But people don't understand. So if it's okay, watch this. If my slice of pizza, everybody can come and take a piece of it, is it still holy?
Not really. Once it's no longer set apart, if anyone can just grab it, it's not distinct or dedicated in that special way anymore. It's just back to being an ordinary slice of pizza.
Okay, on that same topic now. That's interesting you say that because is the Bible holy?
Yes, the Bible is traditionally considered holy, not because it's hidden away, but because it's set apart for a sacred purpose, teaching, guiding, and connecting people to something divine.
If everybody can have access to the Bible, is it still holy?
Yes, it can still be holy. The accessibility
How?
doesn't take away its
Okay,
sacred.
if everybody can have access to my slice of pizza, is it still holy?
Nope. At that point, it's not really set apart anymore.
If everybody has access to the Bible, is it still holy?
Yes, it is. Its holiness doesn't.
All right, let me ask you this
You're
question.
welcome.
Let me ask you this question. Is the Quran holy?
For many people of faith, the Quran is indeed considered holy.
No, not many
It's not
people of
because
faith. By definition of holiness, being separate or for a specific people, is it holy?
by that strict definition, yes. If the Quran is understood as specifically revealed for a particular community, like Muslims, and set apart as sacred for them, then
No.
it would be
Muslims
considered holy.
believe everybody could have access to the Quran. They believe everybody should follow the Quran. So is it still holy being that it is for everybody?
Yes, it can still be holy. Even if everyone is invited to follow or access it, its holiness comes from being set apart for a sacred purpose, not from exclusivity.
What made the children of Israel holy?
In the biblical sense, yes, they are often described as holy.
Actually,
Not because of
why don't we just go to it? Why don't we just go to it? AI is funny. I mean, it's running. Let's go to hold on. We're gonna start. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. I mean, let me share my screen with y'all. Let me share my screen because AI is playing games. Hold on. Don't mind. I AI all day on these topics. If especially when I have a long drive, I go back and forth with AI, and it always plays these games. We're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 20. I already got it queued up. Verse 26. Understanding the definition of holy now, right? Make sure we can add to the stage. Listen to this. And ye shall be a holy, hold on, ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye shall be mine. Did you remember that analogy I gave with the pizza? There's many slices of pizza, but the Lord has severed you. What do you mean to sever? What does it mean to sever? It has cut you off from other people. You understand what I mean? When it cuts you off from other people, you're no longer for everybody. Now, everybody else can have the other slices of pizza, but this slice here belongs to the Lord. You understand what I mean? This slice belongs to the Lord. And that's what it means to be holy. Now, they've done change. That's why AI is trying to say, well, anything can be holy as long as it's dedicated to a certain job. That's not what holy is. That's not what holy is. Holy means cut off, mean that nobody else has access to this. In fact, you ever thought about how are the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, right? Think about it. They're coming out of Egypt. They don't know God. They don't know God. Yet they are holy. Actually, let me ask Chat since he knows so much. When the children of Israel were coming out of Egypt, did they know God?
According to the biblical narrative, they knew of God, but their understanding and relationship had faded over generations of slavery. The Exodus story is largely about them coming to know and understand God in a deeper way as they journeyed out of Egypt.
So they were not worshiping God in the way that he wanted them to worship him, correct?
Exactly. The biblical accounts suggest they had picked up other influences in Egypt and weren't fully practicing the way God intended, hence the need for the laws and covenant established afterward.
Okay, but in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26, it says, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye shall be mine. If they don't know God, how are they holy?
In that passage, their holiness doesn't come from their own understanding at that moment. It's about God choosing them and setting them apart. The holiness is less about what they already know and more about being chosen for a distinct relationship and purpose moving forward.
You understand that? Holiness, let me tell you something. Holiness is not about what you know. Oh, wearing a white robe, walking around with a white robe. Holiness is about being a dedicated people to God. And we don't understand that. And religion has taught you holiness means baby angels with diapers on and bow and arrows. That's what religion has taught us. You understand what I mean? That has nothing to do with holiness. Holiness means, again, let's read it again, right? And ye shall, this is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy. You get that? You're going to be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy. What does that part mean? I, the Lord, am holy. You understand what the Lord's saying here? You should be holy unto me. Think about it. You should be my slice, for I, the Lord, am holy. Because I am your slice in the metaphor. I am your God. You will be my people. Everybody's not invited. If everybody's invited, it's not holy. You understand what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something else. We're the only organization that actually, you know what, KKK, you don't want to mix with us? We agree. You should stay on your end. You understand? Any racist group, imagine these racist groups, what they're afraid of. They're afraid we're gonna take their women. We're holy people. We don't want your women. You understand what I mean? We don't want your women. We don't want to live around you. We are a holy people, meaning that we are separate. We have our God. Now, if anybody can come and join you and be part of you, guess what? You're not holy. Because by definition, that's not what holy is. So when they say Christ died for everybody, how could he still be holy? When he said, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, that is holy behavior because he's identifying who he's sent to. He's not sent to the world. And the definition, by definition, the word holy collapses religion. How could the Quran be holy if you're saying it's for everybody? How could the Bible be holy if it's for everybody? You understand what I mean? At that point, it's no longer holy. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. Let's go chapter 10, verse 10. Let's go there real quick. Amen. And ye may put, watch this, and that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between clean and unclean. There has to be a difference. Now, you're thinking holy and unholy, meaning, you know, one is wearing white, all white robe, and the other one's not. No. A difference between holy and what is the definition of holy? The one that the Lord chose. He's talking about putting a difference between our customs and the customs of the heathen. Their customs are unclean. You understand what I mean? Going and circling that rock at Mecca, that's unholy. They could do it. And I'm not even mad that they do it. Because guess what? They can go and do that because they can't join us. You understand what I mean? They can't join us because why? We have been severed from them. We've been cut off from them. You understand what I mean? We've been cut off from them. And we can no longer participate in anything they're doing. I mean, let's get a little bit more. Let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 19. Exodus 19. And we're going to go to verse 5 and 6. Hold on. Here we go. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice, indeed, there's God talking to who? The ones he's made holy, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. What? Above all people, you will be a peculiar treasure unto me. Above all people, for all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. With the stipulation, if ye will obey my voice indeed, you will be what? A kingdom of priests and a what? Holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Not to the world, not to everybody, unto the children of Israel. You're going to be a holy nation unto the Lord. You understand what I mean? This is what makes you holy, man. Officer, absolutely. Actually, let's go right there, Ragash. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Let's go straight there, because that's another perfect precept that you could definitely pull in this case. Verse 6. I mean, this is an excellent topic to break down at camp. You understand what I mean? Because the average person doesn't understand the definition of the word holy. And that's what Christianity is so evil that it convinced us that these certain words don't mean what they actually mean. And as children, from the time we were children, we're babies, we have an idea of what the word holy means in our mind. And it's not the case at all. You understand what I mean? Whatever it is we have in our mind that holy means, that is not the case at all. So like, give me 1 sec. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy. Hold on. Slack about that. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. You got it? Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen, has what? Chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. So again, back to the example of the pie. There's many slices here. The slice you choose is yours. That's the holy people. He has chosen you. Now, are there other slices on the table? Yes, there are. But the Lord chose one. To be a holy people, the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Watch this. The Lord did not set his love upon thee, nor choose thee because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. You understand? But because the Lord loved you, that's why he chose you. Now, let me ask this question. Here's a very important question. when God was choosing, when this situation here in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6 was happening, and God was choosing, or he chose before Deuteronomy, but he was explaining Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse. But when God was choosing, were the Arabs on earth? Were the Hamites on earth when God was choosing? Were the Edomites on earth? Were all the races of people on earth when God was choosing? Yeah, like this is like, well, it was before there was anybody else on earth. If there was nobody else on earth, God wouldn't need to choose. There's only one option. The beauty of choosing is having many options. Now I get to choose. And God chose, brother. God chose, sister. He chose you to be what? A special people above all people that are on the face of the earth. That's what makes you holy, being chosen. Not that you did. Being chosen is what makes you holy. And you better act holy. Because how do you reciprocate that? We read it earlier. Where God said he chose you to be a holy people to him because he's a holy God. Which means what? He's not for everybody, and you're not for everybody. Translation, you're not for the streets. You know that term? Oh, you're not for the streets. These other nations, they can go and do whatever the hell they want, man. Let the Arab have their Allah and their jihad. Let the Chinese man, the so-called Chinese man, have Buddha. Let the East Indian have their gods. They could do whatever the hell they want. They could swap back and forth. They could leave it and join Christianity. They could go and join whatever the hell they want. But they're not a holy people unto the Lord, thy God. Let's read that again. That's a good precept, Udash. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are on the face of the earth. Let's ask AI if this is holy behavior. Hold on. I'm reading the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. It says, thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all that are upon the face of the earth. Is this holy behavior?
Yes, within that framework, it's describing
Don't tell me
holiness
within
in terms of
framework.
being set apart.
Is it holy behavior?
By the definition of holiness being about being set apart for a specific purpose, yes, that passage is presenting the idea that they are distinct, chosen for a particular relationship with God.
You see, why are you adding to? Why are you adding for a distinct purpose? I just told you, is it holy behavior? Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Thank
The
you.
passage. You're welcome.
You see, wait, and this is what the devil does. It's trying to sneak things in there. I mean, it was chosen for a particular reason, a particular behavior. No. Where do you see the word particular behavior here? For that are the holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all that are upon the face of the earth. Above all that are upon the face of the earth. Now, that above all, brother. You know what? It's manifold. It depends how you use it. Above all means what? Levels, right? But the above all here also means what? Think about it. If you're chosen above all, meaning what? Meaning that there were also options, but I'm choosing you above everybody else to be a special people unto me. That's what God is saying there, man. That's what it means to be holy. I mean, the other nations were there. The Arabs were there. They love to talk about their fake prophet. It's their prophet. I'm not going. He's a prophet to them. He's not a prophet to me. You understand me? But The Arabs, when God was choosing, the Arabs were on earth. They were on earth. The so-called white man was on earth. Now he want to go and pose as the Jewish, as a so-called Jewish, but he was right here on earth with his tribe, with his people, when God was choosing a special people, and it was not him. Now he's Jewish. Now he's converting to Judaism. I mean, you can't convert to that. How can you convert to something God picked, God chose? If God chooses something, how can you convert to it? It's either you're chosen or you're not chosen. That's what I mean. Let's get a couple more verses. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Let me get let's go to actually let's stay right here in Deuteronomy chapter 7, right? Let's go to verse 3. Watch this. Verse 3. Because you're chosen, neither, oh, hold on. And verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. This is talking about the other nations. When you go into the land, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. This is the scriptures. This is why the Christians don't like the Old Testament. They can't digest this. Here, in their mind, God's supposed to say, when you go into their land, teach them about me. Invite them into the love of Jesus Christ. You tell me? That's what a Christian would imagine it would say. Go and invite them into the heart of Jesus Christ. Lord said, no, show them no mercy. Watch this, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his son shalt thou take unto thy son. Don't marry them. Don't try to marry them into the truth. Don't try to marry them so that they can learn the love of Jesus. They're not a holy people. They have their gods. I'll just continue. For they will turn away thy sons from following me. Now, let me ask you this question. Couldn't it be that we turn them to following God? Couldn't you go into the land of Moab and convince them that our God is the real God? You see what he did to Pharaoh. The Lord didn't tell you to do that. The Lord said, don't marry their daughters and don't give their daughters to your daughters to their sons to marry. For they will turn away thy sons from following me. Why can't you be turned away from following God? That they may serve other gods. That they may what? Serve other gods. And you can't do that. Why? Because you are holy. And the God of Israel is holy. And let me ask you this question. Actually, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to mess with you. Does the God of the Bible hold the title God of Israel?
Yes, in the Bible, God is often referred to as the God of Israel. It's a title used many times, especially in the context of his covenant relationship with the nation of Israel.
Is that holy behavior?
Yes, it is. By the same logic we've been discussing, calling God the God of Israel signifies a unique, set-apart relationship. That idea of being distinct and divided is at the heart of holiness.
Let me ask you this question now. Who holds the title God of this world in the Bible?
The phrase God of this world or God of this age is used in the New Testament, specifically in 2 Corinthians 4:4, and it refers to a negative spiritual force, often understood as Satan. It's not a title. In the Bible, the title God of this world or God of this age is most commonly attributed to Satan. It's used to describe a corrupting influence over worldly.
That's who's the God of this world. You have the God of Israel, which is holy. And you have the God of this world, who is for everybody. You understand? There's two options. You can be holy or you can serve the God of this world. You understand? Nowhere in the Bible does it say God is the God of this world. It doesn't say that. It says Satan is the God of this world. But God is called the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what it means to be holy. That's what the word holy means. Separate. It doesn't mean what you was taught in church. And again, by the definition alone of being holy, it eliminates every religion. Every religion is in trouble right now off the definition of the word holy. Because if you say you're going to have the Holy Quran, how can it be holy if it's for everybody? If you say some prophet in some other world outside of Israel was a holy prophet, how's that? He can't be holy if it's for everybody. The only way something could be holy if it's specifically for something for somebody. You understand what I mean? The God of Israel is holy. Why? Why is the God of Israel holy? Let me see. Let me get the correct answer in the chat. Why is the God of Israel holy? I'll give it to you for the sake of time. Because he's the God of Israel, not the God of everybody. You understand? He's not the God of everybody. That's why he's holy. Because he is the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, the God of the world, as you just heard, is Satan. You understand what I mean? It's Satan. Let's get back to that verse. Let's close it out with that verse. I mean, for that are holy people. Slack. Let me go back to verse. Where was that? Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Now, if God was the God of everybody, why wouldn't he take the chance to say, you know what? This is for the greater good. I'm going to send a few out. You know what I mean? We're going to preach the gospel and everybody's going to be saved. That's Christianity, but that's not in this book. You understand what I mean? Now, here's a message for Christians based on everything I just said, right? Don't go look for some scripture to try to say, hey, you see? No, you got to address these scriptures here. The Bible doesn't contradict itself. Maybe you're reading something you don't understand. If Christ said, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, what don't you understand about that? Well, Paul said this, that. You don't understand Paul. You don't understand what a Gentile is. Maybe you should get in all black and get in class so you can learn something to save yourself from being a slave to these heathen, man. Everybody's trying to tie to some heathen. You gotta go and be Muslim. You gotta go be a Christian. You gotta go and be Buddha. Like, where is our God? Where is our God? You understand? It's about time we went and looked for our God, man. Verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars. Why? Because you're holy. And break down their images. Why? Because you're holy. And cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. You're not allowed to mix with these heathen, man. A lot of you brothers and sisters going to Mecca to circle that rock. You know how many brothers and sisters die down there every year from heat exhaustion, from being trampled. When you watch the videos of Mecca and people going to Hajj, you'll see on the side of the road bags. You know what's in those bags? Dead bodies. I was watching this one sister. She was crying because her elderly mother, went to Hajj in Mecca and died. Right? Because she's old, she died. Whatever reason she died, they put her in a barrel. I don't want to laugh at this sister. Them Arabs stuffed her body in a barrel and left her on the side of the road for the sister to come pick up. And in fact, they couldn't even she was unsuccessful in even retrieving the body. because in their faith, you got to bury the body the same day. So she never even got to see her. She was over here in the U.S. and she just heard her mom is dead. That's it. To hell with these heathens, man. Let them go circle that rock. They could bring all the, you know what I mean, every other nation in there with them, except for you, black man. You're not allowed to go. Why? Because they are holy people. I mean, that are holy people. Watch this. Let's get one last one. Let's go to the book of Ezra. Ezra. We're gonna go to Ezra chapter, and I'm not gonna keep y'all too long after this, right? Ezra chapter 9. I believe we're in verse 6. Well, no, verse 1 and 2. Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. All right, here it is. Now, when these things were done, the prince came to me saying, well, let's cut down to the cheese. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed, the what? The holy seed, who's the holy seed? Israel, have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Who are the people of those lands? The people who were not holy. Imagine this. The holy seed, that's you, black man, black woman, Hispanic woman and man, Native American Indian man and woman. The holy seed, for all y'all who love, all you passport bros, going down there doing all types of abominations. You know what I mean? The holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. What makes Israel a holy seed? They're chosen to be the special people above all people. You understand me? They remember they didn't become holy like they walking in righteous. No, they came out of Egypt, and God was saying, "You're a holy people," meaning that I chose you. So now when it says the holy seed, it's not saying. Imagine they're sinning here. How did a holy seed, according to the Christian definition of holy, and they're sinning? So the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chiefs in this trespass. Meaning the high ranking men have been the chiefs, the main ones doing this evil. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment. He tore his garment and mantles and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard and sat down astonished, meaning he's astonished, right? Then were assembled unto me every, and then you could go ahead and read it. But that's what happens, man. Now, again, this was the holy seed mixing with the people. And God said, don't do it, man. That's the definition of holy. Don't let nobody tell you holy means, pure and righteous. Let me tell you, you know why holy means pure? Who knows why holy means pure? Here's why holy means pure. And this is where they got their concept from it. Nobody else has touched it except for the person it belongs to. That's what it means, pure. You understand what I mean? That's even in that definition. I mean, you wouldn't put on nobody else's shoes. You wouldn't feel right. Imagine putting on somebody else's underwear just for argument's sake. No, you're not gonna do that. You rock your you rock your underwear for a week straight before you put somebody else's on. You understand? Why? Because your underwear is wholly onto you. Why? Hold on. One more time. Let's get AI one more time. Why she give me some BS? Okay. Based on the definition of the word holy, is a man's wife holy unto him.
If we think of holiness in terms of being set apart for a special, dedicated relationship, then yes, you could say a wife is set apart for her husband, and vice versa, in that unique bond. That dedicated mutual commitment can be seen as a kind of...
I can't stand when she keeps telling me if you set apart for a special. It's either does it belong to him or not? Yes. I mean, she's trying to add more to it. Let me tell you, ChatGPT is Christian. You understand me? You gotta pull the truth out of it. You understand? Because he's gonna try to tell you it's lining it up so that it won't say what it knows it can't say. You know what I mean? But yes, your wife is holy unto you. I mean, she only belongs to you. Or you holy unto her. Or you holy unto her. Meaning that you belong to her? No. No. A man can have more than one wife. You understand me? A man can have more than one wife. But we'll cover another time in class. I mean, feel free to ask questions and so forth. But I think we're going to wrap it up here. I mean, Tawada for joining me. I just wanted to make this brief class on what the word holy mean and how the definition alone destroys religion. I mean, once again, we are the ISUPK under Command J. Honda store at 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York, teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you are the real Jews. Pay your tithes. I mean, come into class, learn. You understand me? Learn. And then as we continue to learn and who we are and what's required of us by God, who requires us to be holy, because he is holy unto us. He's holding up his end of the bargain. You understand? He's holding up his end of the bargain. He is the God of Israel. Who's your God? Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're